All right, guys, the Utah Jazz lose to the Los Angeles Clippers. They are now number 4 in the Tankathon standings. This was a solid outcome for the Utah Jazz for multiple reasons. Before we talk about the Jazz, though, let's talk about the Los Angeles Clippers. This Clippers team, I've watched them multiple times this year. I was watching them earlier just because I was rooting for them to get out of the tank race, and they are definitely not in the tank race. They are a solid basketball team. With this win, it actually puts the Clippers, in fact, let's just get a standings up here and look at it. I think it puts them at 500. And so right in the race for everything. So the Clippers with that win are now at, well, they're at 11, 7-7. So they are in contention for the play-in. This is a tough group to get into, but they're beating out the Spurs, who are knocking on the door as well. So making the season pretty fun. And if someone like the Nuggets or, the Timberwolves barely won their game today, they would have been tied with the Clippers. This is very much a race, and it's just tough in the Western Conference. It's absolutely brutal. So if you do not play at a high level consistently, then you run into problems. So they've got just great players. Norman Powell is having a monster year. He didn't have the greatest numbers tonight, but still managed to put up 19. And James Harden has been playing pretty darn well for them. Tonight, 20 points, 11 assists, 6 rebounds, near triple-double for him. Really nice night. They just are filled with great players, and it was nice to see Chris Dunn, who's playing well for them, 3 for 6 from 3 for him with the defense that he brings. So that turned out to be a nice pickup as well. So fun team, and Ivica Zubac is having just a monster year. Look at that, 22 points, 11 rebounds. That's big time. Last year with the prize picks, I was putting up some over-unders on him, and he tended to be around like 12 and 10 for games. Honestly, it was like 10 and 10 was his stat line every night. So to see him put up like 22 and 11, pretty impressive stuff. So good stuff from the Clippers, who are a solid basketball team and don't even have Kawhi Leonard yet. So when you look at these standings, what happens when Kawhi Leonard comes back? We don't know when that's going to be. Clippers fans, let me know in the comments. When does Kawhi come back? Who even knows? But when he does, surely going to give them a boost. And, I don't know if they miss, I'm sure they miss Paul George, because he's a very good NBA player, but I don't know if they're missing him as much as maybe people wondered, especially with Kawhi Leonard out. So they're going to add Kawhi and become just a pretty good basketball team. I definitely think they're going to be in, play in contention. Sacramento, that's one of those teams that better not screw around, or they will find themselves below the Clippers real quick. So can't be screwing around playing against teams like the Jazz and resting all your guys. You've got to play the guys that you can, because every game matters, and it's making the season really fun. All right, let's talk about this one. Some of the storylines were really interesting. The biggest storyline, probably, before we go into each player, is that Keyonte George did not start the second half. Will Hardy started Collier. I'll be interested to see what the reporters ask Hardy why he did it, but honestly, it's one of the things I like about Hardy. He just goes with the better player, or the player who's playing better, however you want to describe it. Probably more the player playing better, but Collier plays great defense. Tonight he had 3, let's see. I thought they credited him for 3 steals. They only credited him for 2. I swear he had 3. That looks like it went down. That's crazy. In fact, I'm going to just reset this. Let's make sure. Isaiah Collier goes for 2 steals. Okay. But he had 8 assists in this one, just 4 points. He's so fast in transition. But his assists, he just gets them. He makes the right pass. He gives a good pass, sets people up in really nice ways. He's just a great, great floor general. And so the Jazz really have something. Now, he's scared to shoot the 3. There was at one point at the end of the game, he had an open corner 3 and just did not take it. And he needs to. But he's developing, and that's an 8-to-3 assist-to-turnover ratio, and got the start in the second half. So you got to be happy for Isaiah Collier. Maybe we just covered Isaiah Collier already, but man, what a nice pickup for the Jazz, who got him late in the first round. Utah had a great draft. And then you know what? We saw some stuff from Cody Williams, but we'll talk about him in a bit. All right, Lauri Markkanen is just a great NBA player. He just is. He's still on quite the tear. 18 points, 10 rebounds in this. He's just great. He's just a flat-out great shooter, and he's a movement shooter at in a lot of situations, but it's off-ball shooting, like we always say. But look at these numbers: 4 for 8, 6 for 12. He missed 2 free throws, which was kind of strange. Not very typical of him, but overall, just very solid stuff from Markkanen, who just, you know what he is. Utah knows what they have, and it's really good. Kyle Filipowski is just a absolute steal of this draft. The Jazz got him in the second round. He is scoring he scored 13 points tonight, 4 assists, 2 rebounds. I know the -17 doesn't look great, but man, is he a nice pickup for Utah. And he missed 4 threes tonight. That's going to drop his three-point percentage. Coming into the game, he was at 39, so he's probably going to be mid to low 30s at this point with that. But that's okay. I want him to shoot them, and he can hit them. But anyways, I just can't get over how impressive Kyle Filipowski's been. Some of it's not even just going to show up in the numbers. Some of it is just flat out toughness and grit. He fights with guys. He gets tough rebounds. He'll defend. He gets into scuffles night after night, and he's putting up 13. The rebounding, you'd like it to be a little better. But, I mean, when you're on the floor with Markkanen and Collins, not as many rebounds to go around, to be honest, when everyone's rebounding the ball. But anyways, 13 points, just really nice to see. I love watching him play. He has been, he started off kind of tentative in Summer League and slowly picked up steam, and that steam has just kept building. And, the biggest kind of tragedy of this season so far was the Taylor Hendricks injury, which sucks. And, you just wish Taylor Hendricks the best. And hopefully he's ready for next year. Who knows when? Hopefully it's for training camp next year. I would guess that's probably, but you never know. It was a really terrible injury. But one of the side benefits of that has been that Filipowski has gotten those minutes, and the Jazz have a great player. Well, great player, great rookie. We'll see if he becomes a great player, but so far he has been a really impressive rookie this start of the season and has 100% earned that spot over the Jazz's number 9 pick, Cody Williams, or number 10 pick in Cody Williams, right? It's just not arguable. He's been Utah's best rookie. And then after tonight, I'd say Collier is looking like the number 2 rookie. And those were the 2 surprise picks that fell in the draft. So really impressive stuff. And, Filipowski, for a lot of last season during the college year, watching the draft boards, a lot of people had him like 12 to 15 in that range all year long, and then he just dropped. And maybe it was that story with his girlfriend, but if that story with his girlfriend gets Utah just a really stud rotation player for a long time, fantastic. And honestly, it gave some, it's not there yet, but he does provide you some interesting insurance next year. We'll see. John Collins continues to just play extremely well tonight. 13 points, 8 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 steals. Really solid. He was just really good for Utah. He plays 30 minutes tonight. What can you say other than that John Collins has been really good this year? He didn't take a 3 tonight, but didn't really need to, and he was almost perfect from the field. Great stuff, John Collins. Great stuff. Colin Sexton only plays 20 minutes tonight, but 11 points, 4 rebounds, 3 assists, not as much minutes. And some of these rotations and changes could be related to the back end of a back-to-back and how tough the night before was. Who knows? But that was definitely part of the change. Key had a rough shooting night, and maybe that was part of why he got Isaiah Collier got the start in the second half, but he came in and started playing much better next to Isaiah Collier, which was fun to watch. Collier kind of handling the ball, playing with George was a lot of fun. Now, it was a lot of like Jordan Clarkson, Keyonte George, and Collier. And, it's not conducive to a lot of winning. Sorry, guys, it's late. But Jordan Clarkson, played 29 minutes and shot 2 for 11 from 3. He's helping the Jazz cause get Cooper Flag, right? That's what's kind of going on here. But anyways, Key has been shooting a lot better the last 5 games. Tonight, the shooting goes down, but that's likely because of the back end of the back-to-back. Something to watch, though. Maybe Collier gets the start at some point this year. I don't know. Key was moving the ball a lot better in the second half, passing it, and he was also part of that team that brought the Jazz. At one point, the Jazz pulled the lead down to 8, and we're there at that point, so that was really interesting to see. But anyways, Keyonte George, that was the story of the game, and we'll have to watch that if that kind of changes things. Jordan Clarkson played 29 minutes. I wish the Jazz could trade him. I'll just be quite honest. He's such a fun player to have on your team. Utah is not looking to win games. Jordan Clarkson is looking to win games. Can't fault him. But, some of the efficiency has just not been there the last 2-3 years, and it is what it is. Somehow he gets 29 minutes. I don't know if Will Hardy can bench him in terms of like locker room dynamics. But sometimes it's a little tough. He did have 21 points. He was perfect from the free throw line. 2 assists, 4 rebounds, only 2 turnovers. So, it is what it is, but 41% from the field, 18% from 3. He was bombing away. And, if Key's getting benched in the second half, it's kind of like, well, is Jordan Clarkson getting benched too then? And ironically, Key played 33 minutes tonight, which the only player that played more minutes than Keyonte George was Lauri Markkanen. So that's kind of interesting, which shows coach's trust. Even though Key doesn't get like the start in the second half, he still ended up coming in after like 2-3 minutes and played almost the entire second half. So, well, not almost the entire, but he played a good portion of the second half. We talked about Collier, but man, is he fun. He is a great floor general, and the fact that he does this as a rookie is really exciting. He just makes good passes. He makes the right, smart, simple play a lot of the time, and he's just got incredible vision. A lot of these guys, it's just vision, and he makes the play, and it's great. So anyways, but we've already talked about Collier. Drew Eubanks, there were a few times where it was a lot of Drew Eubanks floaters. He took 4 of them. He did make 3, so you can't complain. And I love the toughness of Drew Eubanks, but 17 minutes, I guess, is plenty. Unless you're trying to go for Cooper Flag, you could probably give him a little more. Let's talk about Cody Williams. I'm really proud of Cody Williams because he got benched for Filipowski. That would not be fun, and no one's going to love that. Any NBA player, they're all hyper competitive and obviously want to just be a star from the moment they get on the floor. Cody Williams goes to the bench, and he's had a pretty rough year so far. He's had a few games where he's had some shooting nights, but tonight it was nice to see him have a moment. It was not only the fact that he came in and shot the 3, and it looked nice, spot up threes, 3 for 5 from the field, but he had 4 rebounds, but he had 2 defensive stops that were really nice. One of those was a block. One of those was a steal. They turned into transition. He made some nice passes. I think he made one kind of, a post pass. And I can't remember. I think it was to Collins. I can't remember. Nice player, and it's just nice to see him have a confidence building game. He's been having some confidence, bad confidence games where they're going to hurt his. Hopefully, it doesn't hurt his demeanor and his confidence. But to see him have a good game and to build him up, help him feel good about what he's doing, and see some production out of the work is really nice to see. And one of these 2 was like, in fact, let's just go look at it really quick. I mean, one of them was with like a hand in his face, so nice to see. So this is the 1-3, obvious. Look at that, nice pass from Collier, and then Williams just knocks it down. Beautiful pass from Collier. And then let's go to this one right here. Same thing. This is the one where he had Batum. This is a closeout from, was that Norman Powell? No, I can't remember. Oh, that was Amir Coffey. Anyways, just nice to see him knock those 3s down from get a spot up and hit it. That was really nice to see. And then you got some great examples of Collier finding open shooters. So that was fun to see, and it's just nice to see Cody Williams doing better because there is a lot of potential there, and you do want to just fill this Jazz team with wings and just skilled, talented basketball players, and that's what they're doing. So that was nice to see. So halt the bust talk because he's looking really good. And that's just another thing. These players just need time to develop. It's going to take a little bit. And you just want to see flashes, and you want to see more and more and more flashes come together. And over time, you're going to just see what these players are and what they can be. And we're seeing some things with each of these guys. Now, Utah, after another 2 years of doing this, including this year, they're going to have to make some decisions. And someone made some comment about Keyonte George and getting paid. Well, you know what? If Keyonte George is averaging what he's averaging this year, he's going to make some money because the potential is there. but Utah's going to have to make some decisions. It may be kind of tough, but we'll see. The CBA really makes things a little bit more, you can figure things out a little easier. Guys, guess what? The Jazz have solidified this 4 spot. It's only a matter of time till Philadelphia starts winning. In fact, I just want to, just out of curiosity for my own, when does Joel Embiid play again? Joel Embiid 6 hours ago returns to Sixers injury report. Joel Embiid illness listed questionable for Monday, for real. And that was this Joel Embiid thing is frustrating, but they need him to play because I need them to win for my own sanity, right? I really need it. So, anyways, let's do our Tankathon thing, and then let's give a shout out to the All-Stars. By the way, guys, I really appreciate those that are supporting the channel with memberships. It truly makes me, it's really great, and I appreciate it. You guys make this super fun. I know it's a tanking season, so maybe it's not as easy to do that, but I appreciate it. It's been fun, and I've decided to just do the playbacks, the live streams on playback. Just go to playback.com or look up playback on, just Google playback. Is it playback.tv? Yeah, it's playback.tv, and then search SLC Dunk, and that's where I've been doing these, and it's really fun. And it'll just save me some time, a lot of work to just create thumbnails and things. I just need to simplify so I can get more videos out, to be honest. All right, let's see. Let's see what would happen today. Utah is at number 4. Let's see what would happen if the lottery was today. Utah gets jumped again, but they fall to 6, which gets them at least VJ Edgecombe, which I guess I'll take it. That sucks that Utah hasn't jumped in literally any of the last frickin' few. Pisses me off every time. But you'll take it. I gotta record this. Let's see. Why is my... I just want to record it. All right, let's get over here. Number 6. Worst we've done all year is number 8, and that was following the loss against Dallas. I hate Dallas so much because then Kyrie Irving, of course, started playing after the Jazz game, and they win. Stupid Kyrie Irving and stupid Mavericks and fat Luka Doncic. All right, let's give a shout out to the All-Stars, guys. Thank you so much for supporting the channel. A shout out to Ryan Edward Perry, the legend, Baby Elliott Madsen, see ya Alexa later, Christian House Money to Haas, the Outlaw Jesse James Nelson, Jordan the Goat Besserell, Austin R. Grant Editor Extraordinaire, KG10 to TH5, and Patrick Akubo the Connoisseur. We'll see what happens this year, guys. I really appreciate all of you following. Make sure you like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And I will talk to you next time.